Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the elect. Yeah, I wanted to touch on this topic that's floating around, this whole prophets of doom phrase. And I just wanted to speak on it because, look, a prophet of doom is a good thing. And you're only going to understand that if you understand the prophecies. Because we have to get through the hard part in order to receive salvation and receive immortality, finally see Yahweh Shai put off death, put off sin. But prophecy dictates the world right now. And prophecy says that there's going to become a time like never was nor shall be. It's going to be bad. And we just have to go through it. So sure, we're prophets of doom. But then when we get through all of that, then we receive salvation. We're immortal. We have bodies like Yahweh Shai. There's no more crying and there's no more sickness. So at the same time, we're prophets of hope. That's really what a prophet of doom is. A prophet of doom is a prophet of hope. And it's only going to sound like that if you're a part of the elect and you understand these prophecies. So I want to start here in the book of 2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 42. It says, "He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide." There isn't much glory in our current lives right now. What can we take pride in besides having this truth? It's not much. It says, "Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality to come." Now, when you read that, it reminds me of the previous chapter, 2 Ezra 6, verse 9. "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." Esau representing the so-called white man. His true nationality are the Edomites. They come from a man named Esau. That's why you hear us say Esau, Edom. So for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, talking about the Israelites, being called today so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now we jump back to 2 Ezra 7, verse 43. "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for it to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and the truth is sprung up." So doom has to happen, right? And of course, doom, it just represents destruction, something bad happening, some kind of collapse, something like that. So yeah, this place is going to go through a time that the Bible calls Jacob's trouble. And that's going to be a time like never was nor shall be. That's how bad it's going to be. The Bible talks about how it's a time of famine, a time of darkness and gloominess, how it's a time of pestilences and plagues, wars and rumors of war, earthquakes in diverse places. Great. But then after that, the elect are going to get through that time, through their faith, with their faith, or I should say by their faith, all of that, right? All of that and more. The elect are going to get through that time by their faith and then receive everything we just read about. Immortality is for to come. Right? Righteousness is grown. The truth is sprung up. Then we're in those chariots. We see Yahweh Shai. No more crying, no more sickness, no more dying. And that's what we're prophesying about. And really, the destruction of Babylon is something that you should want if you're in the right spirit. You should see that we're currently still in the land of our captivity. This isn't a good place for us right now. We, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are at the very bottom of the totem pole in this current world. We get the worst jobs. We're living in the worst neighborhoods, the ghettos, and projects. And another word for a project is just an experiment. That's all it is. That's where majority of our people are living. Either middle class, low class. That's where majority of our people fall fall in between. Can't afford health care, can't go to the doctors, eating at the worst foods, McDonald's, Burger King, that's all we can afford. A lot of us is when I say we, right? Just generalizing here. This isn't a good place for us. So this destruction and this time of Jacob's trouble is actually a good thing. Doom is a great thing for us. Because if you're a part of the elect, you're going to make it through just fine in the time of Jacob's trouble. And then you get delivered. It's nothing but good things to come. So prophets of doom are also prophets of hope at the same time. I'm going to jump to 2 Peter 3. And look right here. The subtitle says the coming day of the Lord. Right? So we're going to jump down to verse. I'm going to go right to verse 9, actually. I'm sorry. I'm going to go right to verse 10, where the subtitle says a new heaven and earth. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. It's describing the nuclear missiles that are going to be shot from World War III, these different countries that are a part of it. And that's how America, which is Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed, on top of the fire that's going to come down from the chariots when the Lord returns. That's how the elements are going to melt with fervent heat. So that's doom, right? Sounds bad. It says the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. From that World War III, that Armageddon. That's the second death. Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming day of God. Wait, what? We just read verse 10. It says the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. So we just read a description of the day of the Lord, talking about nuclear missiles. And then verse 12, it tells us that we should be looking for and hasting unto the coming day of God. Yes, we should be looking for and hasting the destruction of Babylon the Great. Some may call that doom. Some may say it's a negative thing. Why are you being so negative? Why are you being so pessimistic? But if you're a part of the elect and you understand prophecies, it's a good thing. You're looking forward to it. You're hasting the destruction of America, the destruction of Babylon the Great. It says, looking for and hasting unto the coming day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. See, that's the whole point right there. According to the promise that was made to our forefathers. And of course, it was passed down and it lasted, endured that promise forever, all the way to us in these end days right now. We're looking forward to being put back in our land by way of chariots. Something that the world has never seen before. Something that we've never seen before as a nation. We've never been guided in that type of manner, sure, out of Egypt. But no, the Lord is going to beam up the elect inside of the chariots this time and bring us back home. That's what we're looking forward to. And it's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. It says wherein dwelleth righteousness. So sure, some may call us prophets of doom, and that's actually what we are, and that's fine. But understand that a prophet of doom is also a prophet of hope, and that's the message that I wanted to deliver. It's a good thing. It's not something pessimistic. It's not being negative. No. We're talking about how there's something better coming for our people, but we got to get through this straight and narrow. We got to get through the hard parts first. And even the hard parts, Jacob's trouble, is a good thing. We want to see this place go down. We want to see Esau shaking in his boots, coming out of rulership. We want to see his society collapsing. Excuse me. Let me grab one last precept. Let me see if I can find what's in my head right now. Let's see if I can go to Isaiah 60. This whole chapter is good. The highlighted is what I usually like bringing out concerning the kingdom of heaven and everything that we have to hope for. But you know what? Let me just type this in, because I could just read that and call it a day. Okay, Revelation 21, I'm going to come back because that's what I was looking for as well. But I'm going to see if there was something. 65 and 19. All right, that's good too. Oh, yeah, okay. Check this out. Isaiah 65, I'm starting at verse 17. The subtitle says, New Heavens and a New Earth. Sounds familiar, right? We just read something very similar in the book of 2 Peter. It says, For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem, talking about the people, right, the Israelites. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I would rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. Check that out. No more weeping, no more crying, no more sorrow. And you can read through the book of, or the chapter, Isaiah chapter 60, if you want. It just goes into the kingdom of heaven. It describes it, how we're going to be rulers on the planet Earth, basically, how the other nations are going to come bringing us their goodies, bringing us their dainty things, how they're going to be building up our walls. That's what a prophet of doom talks about, because the doom and destruction of this place, America, Babylon the Great, is our hope. That's the beginning of immortality. It's when righteousness will be established here on earth, and then there's no more crying, no more death, no more sorrow for us, the Israelites. And that's what we need. So that's what I wanted to bring out concerning this topic. A prophet of doom is also a prophet of hope. Lord's will that was edifying to the elect. Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.